Hi, I'm Nigel Griffiths. I work in the Advanced Technology Centre in the UK, part of IBM Europe. In this little movie, we're going to be looking at decimal floating point, a new feature and a new way of doing maths to very high precision on the Power 6 processor. All the details of what we're going to show you here can be found at this website, including a commentary and the source code itself. We have here 4 windows onto the same machine. It's a Power 6 based machine. In these 2 windows, we're going to run the same program. It's compiled in 2 different ways. In this window, we're going to compile it in with the Power 6 hardware support, so we'll actually do the floating point maths with the processor. Here we'll have exactly the same program, but we've compiled in software emulation rather than actually using the hardware to do the maths. These 2 windows are running the same program again, slightly different program because here we're going to use this decimal floating point abstraction layer library. So here we're going to be making library calls to actually do the maths. In the top window here we've got the hardware support, and in the bottom window here we've set a shell variable, so exactly the same program will do again the maths in software. Now I'm going to start these fairly close in time, and I'll do them in reverse order that I think they'll finish. So here we go. Okay, this one's already finished in 0.88 of a second, and this one has finished in just under 2.5 seconds. We'll just now wait for these 2 here to finish. There's the library version finishing, and we should have the compiler version finishing here in a second or 2. There we go. So in reverse order we have here, this is the compiler version using emulation. It has no option but to use just regular instructions to actually achieve this mathematics, and it took 56 seconds to complete. Here we have the library running. Now I suspect that it can use a little bit of optimization as you keep on calling the library, and it's doing slightly better than just doing it the hardware on the processor in software emulation. Here we have the library, a lot quicker, 2.5 seconds here compared to 44 seconds. So this is using the hardware to do the actual maths on the processor itself, but because we're actually calling this library 60 million times, that's taking a little bit of extra processing power, just doing the function calls. And the fastest of the lot here, in under 0.9 of a second, this is using the hardware processor and just calling it directly as instructions inside the instruction stream. Now if you haven't understood a word I've said, go to this website you can see at the top here, and all will be explained. Before we finish, let's point out 2 things. First of all, the number is the same in each of these 4 programs, so it's good to know we got consistent results. If you look at the top left, the decimal fund number, that's the decimal floating point calculation, and that is accurate to the 34 digits. So that is the real number, the real result. The line above it though says double fund, so we did the same maths using real floating point numbers. And you see that number is significantly different. It's accurate to 9 decimal places, but then it's slightly off. So there we can see the problem with real double floating point numbers, that the inaccuracy builds up as you do more and more maths on the number. And if this number was the number of dollars in your bank account, you could be rather worried if your bank was calculating with floating point numbers as opposed to decimal floating point numbers, because you're short of quite a lot of money.